So just general thoughts on the game today.
Obviously, tale of two halves. Didn't play well in the first half. Thought a lot of it was just energy, playing with the right effort, playing with the right focus. Got off to a good start, moved the ball down the field, and then just for the rest of the second half, I felt like we were just super flat, and just no life on the sidelines. I thought our transitions were slow, our substitutions were slow, all of our motions became slow. I thought defensively we were sloppy tackling the football, so just was not a very good first half for us. And then I did think the guys did a great job in the second half of responding offensively to go down the field and score, and then defensively to be able to score on defense and create another turnover. Then our offense goes down and scores, so I think to outscore them, maybe 14 or 21 to nothing in the third quarter. I'm not sure what it was, but overall in the second half, I thought, just the leaders of our football team, playing at a higher level and bringing everybody else along with them too as well was really important.
I was going to say, how important was it too in that third quarter, just coming out and scoring right away?
Huge. I think, they decided to take the wind, and give us the win in the third quarter. So our idea was to get as many possessions in the third quarter as we can. I thought, we did enough there. Even though we missed a field goal, to be able to create enough separation that it was going to be hard for them as far as number of possessions to be able to go down the field and win the game. And even, they didn't really threaten us down the field. Everything was short, and I thought our guys did a better job defensively in the second half of getting off blocks and tackling. And when they threw the ball for 3 and 4 yards, it was 3 and 4 yard gains. It didn't turn into, 7, 8, 9, 10 yard gains. So I thought our guys played way better on the perimeter as far as defeating blocks and tackling.
How good was Jonnie Wiltshire today?
Huge. I mean, he's a guy that other guys will follow. He loves ball. He's about it. Obviously, the pick six was huge for us to create separation there. And then, he's an underrated blitzer. He's done a good job of, blitzing for us. Obviously, the nickel position, we brought him a lot more today just because we felt like in the RPO game they would hold on to the football and he would have a chance to get there. But just does things, naturally, like coming from the backside of the quarterback and tomahawking the ball out was really good, and then like I said, us being able to be able to get that and turn it into points was complimentary football.
After a couple of tough losses against good opponents, how good did it feel to kind of get right today and get some momentum?
Yeah, I mean, we were in all those games, and I think it's just that's the grind. And I keep talking to the guys about, if you do things at a high level, and we're a big process-oriented football team. We don't talk about outcomes. We talk about the process and how much work we put in every single day, and that goes all the way back to January. And there's some days that you're not going to have your best, and obviously we weren't at our best today. But if you can still win football games and not be at your best, I think it says something, about your team and just being able to gut and grind, a road football game in the Missouri Valley Football Conference South. These guys have been in a lot of games. You look at the Southern Illinois game, it's 17-7 late in the third. The South Dakota State game is a 2-score game in the fourth quarter. So they've played well. And I give Jody a ton of credit. Just I've watched their team all week, and the energy and the effort on the sideline. When you're 0-10, it's easy to just want the season to end, and they're playing yet, and still competing. So give him a lot of credit, and just really proud of our guys about the response in the second half to come out here and do what you needed to do to make sure that, you didn't stub your toe. People are going to stub their toes. Certain teams are. I think the good teams find a way, and we were able to play well in the second half and really create some separation and earn a W.
Do you think that maybe Grit in that second half kind of to be able to grind it out and maybe overcome those mistakes? Are you well exemplified by Jerry's kind of day today that he had?
Yeah, he's still searching a little bit yet. We got to continue to he's our guy moving forward. We got to keep working with him to continue to play confidently. But I thought that drive, there was a fourth down in there where they had us dead to right. It was a good call by them, and he makes a guy miss and gets a first down, and we score 3 plays later and then score on defense. That's as big of a play as there was in the football game, that first drive in the second half. To see him be able to do some things with his feet and get a first down was, that's what Jerry Kaminsky can do for you.
Any status update on Fleming and Avery Scott?
BJ, I just talked to him in there. I think it's a knee. They don't think it's as serious, just one of those things. He's been having some bumps and bruises, to that knee. So we'll continue to monitor that. Avery's not in a good spot right now. We probably lost him for the year. Very similar injury to what Blewett had. So just really feel for that kid. He's really grinded and has had a heck of a season, and just sucks that he that he wasn't able to finish the game here today.
Defensively, you mentioned in the first half, like they were getting kind of those turning those 3-yard plays into maybe 7 or 8. Was that improved effort on the defensive end the second due to that improved effort from you guys?
I just thought way better on the perimeter, being able to attack blocks, being able to strike people. We did that really well. Really last week and the week before. I think their game plan, we knew that coming in, that hey, they weren't going to throw the ball down the field that many times. They were going to try to throw it underneath and make some of our guys from the box have to go run and tackle guys, and then make our guys on the perimeter have to get off of blocks. I thought we did the other thing we didn't do a great job in the first half. We didn't tackle the running backs very well. There was a couple of explosive runs in there that we had guys, in position to be able to make plays, and that's a huge sign. I've always, thought that, hey, if you're not tackling well, you're not emotionally ready to play. And I think there was some of that, for our guys. You look at some of our third downs early in the game, we just weren't sharp. Guys were a step behind here and just not seeing it, as well as we've had in the past. But, like you said, I just think you got to be able to go in at halftime. You got to be able to challenge some people. You got to be able to regroup. And then it's just about going 1-0. It's taking every single play. When you get this late in the season and these games are that important, like it really comes down to, hey, you got to play each play. Like this could be the play that's going to change the outcome of the game. And I just thought, our entire presence on the sideline and aura and, the defense was up right away with the offense. Like, hey, man, we got to create our own energy here. And you could really tell that the guys, they understood what it was going to take to be able to win, and all those little details and just the energy that you got to bring every single play. They did a great job of that in the second half.
I think that's all from me.
Okay. Good. Yep.
Good.
Thanks.
So just thoughts on the game today, thoughts on the win?
It was a good win. Slow start in the first half, but we bounced back and did what we were supposed to do. So hopefully next week we just come out like we usually do, come out fast and finish strong.
How big was it to come out in the third quarter and score right away like that?
Now, it was definitely big. It was a great thing to happen to get the momentum back on our sideline.
How big was Jonnie's pick six on the next drive there?
Oh, yeah, no, that definitely helped, because our defense been playing good all season. So, it's good to see that, Jonnie get to finally make a play and get in the end zone.
How big is it, too, for the team after a couple of losses against good opponents to kind of get right today a little bit?
I know it's a good feeling to get back in that winning feeling, and especially going into next week, we got to come out with a lot of confidence.
Yeah. So what was behind kind of the slow start today? Was that something they were doing well, maybe on you guys a bit?
I think it was just on us, truly. I don't think they really did anything to make us do what we did, because at the end of the day, it's us versus us, and I think we just didn't come out ready at the start of the game.
When the offense was moving the ball well and scoring on those long drives, what were you guys doing better? Is it just like making those passes, like just getting better chunk yardage? I guess what?
Yeah, I think we just went back to our bread and butter. Run the ball a lot, and then once they start filling up the box, throw the ball. So I think we just went back and doing what we know, what we're used to doing, and what we know what to do.
Is it good to get the confidence right too, heading into the last game of the season too, with postseason hopes still alive? Just kind of get a nice confidence boost for that.
No, 100%. Especially next week. Next week game is a big game. So a lot of guys got to get the confidence. Some of the guys that weren't expecting to play today, just with injuries they got in, and which is a confidence booster for them playing, getting in this week. So they got to be ready to go play a good team next week.
Awesome, all from me, man.
Thank you.
Hey, so just thoughts on the game today in general first.
I think we probably could have came out a little faster and just played our type of football. I feel like we probably started off slow, but the speech we got in the halftime locker room, kind of just motivated us a little bit to come out the second half and just, play that North Dakota-style defense and offense as well. So I think that we just can improve this week and just do better.
So you obviously had a pretty productive game there. What were you doing well on the field?
Honestly, I wasn't doing no more than what I was supposed to do as far as the game plan. I was just owning in on my responsibilities, and luckily that the plays came to me, I was able to make them and get the dub for our team.
So you got a pick six today. Was that your first touchdown in college?
Yes, sir. In college, that was my first one. Yep. So that felt good.
I was gonna say, how you feeling right now?
Yeah, that one felt good. I'm hoping I can do that again. Anytime I get the hands on the ball, I'm trying to score.
Nice. So you mentioned in the first half maybe they were getting kind of what they wanted on offense. What did you guys do better, I guess, in the second half to kind of lock down?
Just effort. Honestly, there was no one, they wasn't just single-handedly beating us. I think we was beating ourselves more, just not playing our full capability. And we knew that. We owned in on it, and that's what we did coming out of the second half.
That slow start, was that just like a little hangover from the past couple of games, or was it just kind of like how it went today?
I mean, you could probably say it's a couple things. Honestly, I probably couldn't point my finger on it, but I know that we just knew we had to do better, and we was better than that what we showed in the first half. So.
How good does it feel, I guess, to come out and kind of get back right after the past couple weeks?
It feels great, especially being a Missouri Valley game. All these conference games are important regardless of the team or the record or anything like that. So it felt good, and we're ready to do it again next week.
And how important was that first drive? You mentioned at halftime you got a speech, you came out right in the third quarter and drove down and scored. How big was that for you guys to just say, hey, we're ahead now?
Yeah, that was actually great. I don't know if you noticed, but the whole team was on the sideline just pumping up the offense. Nobody was on the bench. We trying to cheer them on, get the team going and stuff like that, get the momentum back on our side. So that was really huge.